Views expressed in the videos are my observation, analysis of events, persons based on principles of astrology. It's not my intent to predict, forecast absolute outcomes, only suggest how they may unfold. Nothing is set in stone. I could be wrong, but often I'm right. My desire is not to promote fear, only inform about what we see unfolding. It is our wish to prepare our subscribers for events that could affect them, their family, their goals, and their future, to help to prepare for what you may already suspect is happening, and to send a warning shot across the bow and raise a flag of concern. Our goal is to help, not hinder, in these perilous times, to inspire and offer possible direction, and to reveal that a greater plan and purpose are behind all that is happening. Eventually, we will see a brighter day. If you would like to show your appreciation for our work on these videos or this channel, and also the Knowing Whispers channel, you can always click on the word thanks at the bottom of all the videos. Hello everybody, it's Robert Cosmar of the Astrology for Those Awakening YouTube channel, and also the YouTube channel Wisdom for Those Awakening Conscious Knowledge. Today I'm going to do a video to give you a heads up for what we can probably expect to see this spring. Talking about 2026, and I'm going to show you some aspects that exist in the chart of the United States of America and also in the chart of Donald Trump and how they coincide. I haven't decided on a title for this video yet, but I definitely would classify this particular video and the content in it to be something, along the line of disruption and potential violence and aggressiveness and things of that nature. And I'll get into a little bit more about this as I do the video itself. What you're looking at right now is the chart of the United States of America. And this is a graphic ephemeris. Over here on the right-hand side, you have the natal placements for the planets of the United States. And then you have over here the transiting planets at this particular time, 2025. Here's 2026 right here. And I want you to focus on these particular images, January through about, let's say, May. Because this is when things will probably be at a very heightened level. Okay? What you're seeing here in the chart of the United States of America, you can see here that Uranus is stationary direct. Looks like it's in the early part of February. And it is close, but not exactly aspecting the natal moon, okay, in the chart of the United States of America, which has to do with the people, okay. Uranus squaring the moon is an aspect of agitation. It's an aspect of nervousness, an aspect of, just being all out of sorts emotionally about what's happening, okay, not liking, not feeling comfortable, not being at peace, okay. Something is going on, something's building up, and it's affecting you that way. And you'll also see at this time that Eris, the astrological body that represents strife and discord, has moved, it's stationary direct, okay, back into a close aspect to the Mercury in the chart of the United States of America, which has to do with communications and thinking. What is the nature of the communication that is going on at this time? Well, it is full of strife and discord. And you want to take in note here that both of these planetary placements are stationary direct, which makes them more powerful than they would be if they were retrograde or they were going direct. Okay, so we have tension here in regards to the chart of the United States of America. And as you'll see as I move forward here, involving Trump's horoscope and the things that that are going on right now in the news, that we're probably headed into a collision course in which there could start to be some circumstances where certain groups or certain individuals start to defy or to resist or to fight back against the plans that MAGA and Trump and this Project 2025, I think that's what they called it, That was kind of the doctrine, so to speak, that MAGA has adopted to take over the country, to see to it that it forever remains Republican, and therefore. Okay, so keep that in mind, and we're going to go to another really important and critical chart here. All right, now, this here is a progressed graphic ephemeris of the chart of the USA. And in one aspect of this particular chart, I have to caution you, because you'll see right here, this is the progressed midheaven. Now, you have to be careful because we don't know exactly whether or not the U.S. Declaration of Independence was signed at 5:10 p.m. That is a pretty good estimate, but there's no definitive, absolute certainty about that. Okay? However, if this is anywhere close to being exact, the thing that needs to be understood and seen here is that it's showing that progressed midheaven is conjuncting the natal Uranus in the USA chart. Uranus, you know, means revolution. It means change. It means evolution. Okay? And if it is conjuncting the midheaven, then we're talking about events that are going to alter the direction and the destiny of the country. Something very significant is going on at this time. Okay? And this is towards the end of December. Okay? Possibly could be later than that because, like I said, we don't know the exact time. What we do know is this, that in the early part of March, the progressed sun is going to square Mars, okay, in Gemini, in the natal chart of the United States of America. Now, this particular Mars is in the 7th house. So this has to do with others. Okay? The sun in the chart of the USA would represent those that are in authority, those that are ruling, those that are governing. So you have this tension, okay, between these two. And this is a very volatile tension. It's a tension that speaks of conflict. It's a tension that speaks of the fact that the things that you're seeing going on now with the National Guard troops in different cities and other things that are happening, these almost spontaneous daily killings in different places around the country, all right? You're seeing a situation where this energy is going to be heightened, okay? This aggression is going to be heightened. And it's going to be a very uncomfortable and uneasy spring when you're talking about this time period, particularly between January and May, all right? We may see that there is a pushback, a very violent, angry pushback to what is being attempted right now in terms of trying to totally redo the consciousness of America, okay? One that is more in alignment with greed and selfishness and pride and things of this particular nature, and not of compassion and understanding and cooperation and peacefulness and hope. This is where the fear is taking us, okay? And again, as I've said in many of my videos, when you take a look at the long range, there's no immediate indication that this disturbance or this rearrangement of America is going to end anytime soon. There are a lot of things that are out there that, speak that eventually this will all work itself out, okay? And that we can hope that sooner than later. But astrologically, when you're talking about from now until 2029, maybe by that time things will have calmed down. There'll be a different circumstance, a different setup in regards to the administration, and we'll find ourselves with a more hopeful, peaceful environment, one that is not consumed by fear and violence, okay, hatred, and things of this particular nature. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking at here with the chart of the USA as a country. Now, when we go into Donald Trump's horoscope, okay, this is Donald Trump's horoscope. It's the transits to his natal planets here. All right. There are two significant things going on between January and May here. One of these is stationary direct Uranus is moving back to a close conjunction, not exact, to his Mars on his ascendant in the 12th house. Okay. And then in the latter part of April, we have Uranus for the last time squaring Trump's natal ascendant. Now, this could be a very dangerous time for Donald Trump. Okay, it could also be a very dangerous time for us, because it could indicate that he is riled up, aggressively wanting to fight back, willing to do whatever it takes to do what he thinks needs to be done to bring things under control. All right. Well, there is a distinct possibility that something could happen to him. Okay. There are a lot of prophecies that exist on the internet. Many of you are probably aware of them, that speak about the eventual downfall of Donald Trump. And again, those are speculation, regardless of who they're coming from. But this definitely is a period of time where there is going to be change. Okay? Some significant change in his life. And it could have to do with what I just showed you over there in the chart of the United States of America. It could be added pressure, added conflict, additional violence, more widespread. Okay? All right, now, the last chart here, which I don't consider this to be as significant as the other ones that I've shown you, but I thought I'd fill this in because it is in the period here of April. This is his progressed moon, okay, which is in Scorpio, squaring this Mars. So you have a sense of an all-consuming anger, agitation, tendency to responding aggressively during this particular time period. All right? Because he will feel more threatened, probably because there is more of a show of defiance. And this defiance could not just come from the people in the United States of America. This could come through the military. It could come through the police, because Mars rules these things. All right. There may be a point to which America starts to say enough is enough. We've had enough of you trying to remake America in your own image for your own purposes. All right. And it will most likely come to this at some point. Okay. But I can't honestly tell you anytime soon that you can just wish this is going to go away. All right. Because, as I have said so many times, there is a major conscious transformation going on in the world. Okay? A different way that we look and deal with evil in ourselves and in others. How we look at others in relationship to ourselves. How we look at people of different races, different creeds. All right? So there are many personal, deep questions that have to be answered. And they have to be answered by us individually. People have to wake up individually to where we are headed. They have a sense of where we're headed, but they don't know what to do about it. And they're afraid of overtly just all of a sudden responding in violence. Okay? And they don't know exactly what the answer is. And this has to do with the Democratic Party. It has to do with people in America. Okay? Good people, well-meaning people that feel like their country is being stolen and hijacked from them. That their freedom is being hijacked. Okay? And again, this will come to a head at some point. Okay. All right. Now, just to give everybody an idea here, as I mentioned, I'm a little bit behind on a weekly video on astrology. I try to keep up with these, but I'm in the midst of an aspect in my horoscope that makes it very difficult to do almost anything astrological. So, again, I mentioned this last year, between Thanksgiving and the New Year, I was kind of in a state of limbo as to what direction to take and what to do, because I had these profound internal changes going on inside of me, and they still are going on inside of me, but I feel like I have a better grip on how to address that and how to utilize my time with the videos, both the videos astrologically and also the ones over on the website, the YouTube channel, Wisdom for Those Awakening Conscious Knowledge. Okay. I am going to, hopefully, within the next few days, post another video over on that channel, all right, that illuminates more deeply into the process of conscious awakening, enlightenment, inner healing, and such. So I'll let you know somewhere in the community section when I'm ready to put that out. And there are many that I have to do, but I just haven't gotten back to them because I haven't been given the okay to do them. All right. So we'll see. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoy the video. If you'd like to, share it on the internet. I'd love to hear your comments. Everybody's gotten kind of quiet here over the last several months. You know, I look forward to hearing from you about the video, about your own impressions, your own insights. Okay, what's your guidance maybe telling you? All right, I'd love to hear that. Okay, all right. From the low of my life, CJ, my spiritual partner, my best friend, we want to thank you again for your continued support over all these years. We hope that you will stay with us during these changing times as we try to keep a balance between the astrological information and also the information that my guidance is giving me to help you to deal with what you're going through mentally, emotionally, physically. All right. That is, for me, the most important thing now, is to help you to make it through the fear that you're experiencing because you don't understand exactly what is happening and why it's happening. And that's what I try to do in these other videos on the other channel, is to show you this is why the universe is allowing this to happen. This is why it's happening now. This is how you feel about it, what you're going through, and also how you can deal with it. So keep that in mind. I don't think you'll be disappointed in anything like that. Okay? All right. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to my next video. Thank you for watching.